Hey, it's the Profit Answer Man, Rocky Lalvani. If you haven't heard my interview with Mike Michalowicz, check it out. It's episode 2. You want to hear about each chapter in the Profit First book? Go back and listen to episodes 3 through 13. Episode 1 is the how and why. Our goal is to learn money mastery without all the complicated accounting mumbo-jumbo using a simple system. 80% of business owners hate accounting, and I don't blame them. Your accountant's too busy documenting your transactions and creating a rear-view mirror of what happened. My guess is you don't even look at the reports they sent you. If you're like most business owners, you struggle with this, and it's not your fault. We're not taught money in school. The Profit First system created by Mike Michalowicz works, and he certified me to help you implement the system in your business. Remember, the new equation is sales minus profit equals expenses. Let's face it, without cash flow, you can't pay your employees, buy needed materials, or pay your mortgage and support your family. I help you to do that and more so you can focus on the parts of the business you love and receive the rewards for your labor and the investment into your business. Just remember, more revenue does not equal more profit. That is why we focus on the bottom line. I help my clients make money, period. Today, we're going to focus on profit. This is a major problem, and not just for small business owners. I'm reading a book from Jonathan Burns. He's an MIT professor. The book is called Islands of Profit in a Sea of Red Ink. He's evaluated many large companies. His premise is that 40% of every company is unprofitable. 20 to 30% is so profitable that it is providing all the profit and covering the rest of the losses. The rest of the company is just break even. I noticed this with one of my clients. I didn't even have to think about it because it was so blatant. He had 2 service lines. One runs all year long, provides a decent income and an okay life, but it's hard work. The other occurs within a 3-month time frame, and it makes vast amounts of profit. So much so that I told him you could take 9 months off and make more money if you just focus and expanded that part of the business. It's hard to walk away from a lot of revenue, but the reality is there are many businesses that can walk away from 80% of their business, cut the massive overhead, and work and just focus on the 20% that's highly profitable. This way, everybody is loving life. I'm seeing more and more examples of this. So the question is, who's managing profits in your company? Does anyone pay attention to that? For me, that's my title, Chief Profitability Officer, and that's my focus. This past week, I needed a new grill brush, and I didn't feel like going out. I found one on HomeDepot.com for $4 with free shipping. I can assure you that order was a massive loss to Home Depot. With the amount of time and cost they spent shipping it to me, they lost all their profits. What they need to do is add a minimum for free shipping. And this probably won't happen. That's one way I've helped my online retailers to look at the true profits after discounting and adding in shipping. Shipping is very expensive, and it's usually not tied to the product. These are all hidden costs, and no one takes the time to tie it all together. Your business may be different in nature. So I ask, what could you be offering that costs you more than you're selling it for? In the medical field, Medicare reimbursements for some procedures are below cost. And so why would a doctor perform them? Stop offering services that don't provide profit. We had another example in a past episode with a landscaper and laying down mulch. They went with industry standard pricing, only to find out it was a money loser. They had to double their prices to make it profitable. Prices for inputs keep changing, and if you're not keeping up on top of changing input prices over time, you will slowly be squeezed out of business. Revenue is not always good if your revenue is causing you to lose money. If you have sales reps, it's better to compensate them on the profit of the sale than the top line of the sales, because they will crush your profit margins to get the sale done and make their numbers. Small customers with infrequent orders can jam up your systems. Are all your customers easy to serve, or do some of them cost you a ton of money? Having a minimum order size helps to fix this problem. A lot of this requires you to work on your business instead of in your business. My guess is your employees don't focus on profit, do they? As we become more niched and specialized, we also have the ability to create larger profit margins in our business. This comes down to learning to say no. Saying no to unprofitable products, services, or customers. COVID has forced many of my clients to rethink their supply chains and the products they sell. As margins get squeezed, they find new opportunities that provide better margins. This takes time, and shifting business takes time and testing to see how your customers react to new products. The other way to increase profit is to review your processes and see if they need to be changed. We can't allow the phrase, "this is the way we always do it," to prevent your success. You may be able to streamline or automate certain processes that will allow you to dramatically improve profitability. For example, if someone is doing work manually that can now be done with software or a new machine like a 3D printer. Every business is different, and someone needs to be charged with reviewing and implementing change. It's part of the culture you create. Carve out some time to sit down and ask yourself the questions. What customers, products, or services suck up a lot of time and energy, but don't provide a ton of revenue, and revenue that's profitable? The next problem is most accounting software is not designed to show you profit at the level you need to know. So how do we handle this? Pick your 5 largest revenue streams of activity, and then pick one customer for each, and then sit down and calculate all the time and materials that go into creating that offering for that customer. You can walk through the entire process from sales to delivery and calculate each step of the way how much it's costing you in time and money. I know this isn't easy, and this is why most people just don't do it, but it can make you wealthy. For some companies, this is a lot easier than for others. Oh, and here's the thing. There is a lot of guesswork. Just do your best. We're not trying to be perfect because that takes too much time. In the book, Jonathan mentions if we can get 70% accuracy, that's good enough. This process may take you a couple months to figure out, based on your business, and that's okay. We're making progress. Once you know where the profit is, you shift your focus and attention to marketing those products and services that drive the profit. What about loss leaders? Okay, that's fine to bring in a new customer, but you should know how much is the loss and what's the overall customer value they deliver over time. Are people just cherry picking and never provide you profit? Is there a way to cut the loss? This isn't easy, and that's why most companies don't have a chief profitability officer. But those that do reap a tremendous benefit to their bottom line. Let me ask you, when's the last time you heard about someone in a business whose job it is to focus solely on profit? It amazes me that every company doesn't have someone in that role. This is what I want you to think about: profit and where it's coming from in your business, because that's where you should focus your growth. This is a simple concept, but doing simple is hard. Remember, profit is not an event, it's a habit. As always, you don't need more resources. You need to be more resourceful. Remember to focus on the bottom line. We will think our way to a solution versus spending our way to a solution. If you want a done-for-you service, you can have me as your Chief Profitability Officer, because you have your zone of genius and want to focus there. I only work with a handful of clients so they get my full attention. Let's hop on a right fit call to see if this makes sense for you. I usually work with business owners who have or are growing to $500,000 to $5 million in revenue. Use the scheduling link in the show notes to get on my calendar, and let's chat to see if we're a good fit and whether or not I can help you. If you want to learn about living a life of your dreams, check out my other podcast, Richer Soul. Let's close out with the mantra: revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash is king. Let's thrive and grow. Have a profitable week.